it doesn't really work out for me. And then like the goatee never fully connects like I wanted to. So I look like I got a hole in my beard. Like so I'm polka dot and a hole in my beard. Like it's just crazy.
Wait, do you have alopecia?
No. Not at all. At least not that I know of.
We could use that to segue.
I was about to, man. I see. See, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great segue. But Mike is trying to strike up the mean streak in me because that was an alley-oop to say some really, really crude.
I was setting you up.
I gotta say, Chris Rock knows a bitch that do. See, okay.
He went all the way in.
Oh man.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what.
He earned it though. He earned it.
Don't even try to remember. Just take a trip down memory lane with me from Saturday. Hold on.
Everybody knows. Everybody fucking knows. Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago. Last week, I got smacked in the fucking Oscars by this motherfucker. And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ear. Drums, please. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. You will never see it.
All right, so I'm going to pause it for a second here, just to kind of get to the meat, a little more of the meat of what him actually like going in full in. Chris held no bars. He didn't hold back.
I took it like mother Pacquiao, okay? Man, did it hurt? Yeah, motherfucker, it hurt. And people are, well, you guys are fighting all the time. We're not fighting. First of all, I know you can't tell on camera. Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. We are not the same size, okay? We are not. This guy, Will Smith does movies with his shirt off. You've never seen me do a movie with my shirt off. If I'm in a movie getting open heart surgery, I got on a sweater. Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part? He played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie in New Jack City. But Will Smith practices selective outrage. Practices selective outrage. Because everybody knows what the fuck happened. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Serious.
I did not have any entanglement. And for people that don't know, and everybody know, his wife was fucking her son's friend, okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit. But for some reason, these put that shit on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that fucking low down. What the fuck? That we all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel?
That was the best joke of the night.
Man.
That was the best joke of the night.
But here's that. So
Why the f would you do that? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Okay? And by the way, he does that shit. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. I tried to call the motherfucker and give him my condolences. He didn't pick up for me. Everybody called that man a bitch. And
trying to get to the
Charlemagne called him a The Breakfast Club called him a bitch, and The View, and The Talk, and every rapper, and the Drink Champs called him a fucking bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. They
That
called
was
his
the
wife a
joke
predator.
equivalent of an
Everybody called him a
exclamation point.
bitch. Everybody. And who's he hit? Me.
When he's
He know he could beat. That is some bitch ass.
I'll stop it there. He did refer to her as mind you, he never said Will's wife's name. Instead, he referred to her as it's like, ain't nobody picking on, to quote, ain't nobody picking on this, what he said.
Yeah, she started it and I finished it.
Yeah.
He referenced what was it, the Oscars?
Yeah, when he was hosting, right.
And Will didn't get it, so she didn't want him to go. And
right.
So look, I watched this last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was by far his bravest stand-up that I've seen him do, but it wasn't his funniest.
Okay. You know, I look at stand-up and art. It's where you are.
Yes.
Music and, you know what I'm saying, musicians. So you can never expect an artist to repeat a performance or for it to be received the same exact way every time, because you're not in the same space every time.
Agreed.
Even the same jokes, you can perform the same jokes 3 times that night and it'd be received 3 different ways. I've experienced this. You know what I'm saying? So it's subjective and people go, it wasn't. There's some people that's like, I never liked Chris Rock. It wasn't that funny. And there's all right, whatever. I think it was, I agree. I think it was some of his bravest work. I think it's also, represents where he is today. He talked about his daughter, he talked about a lot. This is what everyone picked up. This is what everyone picked up on, because this is what we've been waiting on, the clap back. But him referring to options as killing peace.
And if you're watching this on YouTube and you're wondering what the hell did T just say, go and listen to the part. Well, maybe I'll just translate.
No, don't worry about it. I get it.
I'll take out the 2 inflammatory words and leave in killing, so people can piece it together, I guess.
So he talked about a lot. He touched on a lot. He talked about Meghan Markle being shocked that the royal family was raped. I mean, there's a lot he talked about, man. I had the honor of watching this live. I watched it live. So there was a pre-show and an after show. Arsenio Hall on the pre-show predicted that Will Smith would be somewhere smacking his TV off the wall. So, yeah.
Look, 2 things.
Yeah.
One, I said it's his bravest work, but it's not his funniest.
Mm-hmm.
And as you were saying, you watched it live, this occurred to me. It's not a fair comparison, because a comedy special that you see, traditional comedy special, is not done in one take.
Correct.
It's the best delivery of each bit from a number of performances put together to make one show. Correct. He did this live.
As stand-up should be.
He had to deliver with no mistakes.
He made one.
He made one, but he bounced back from it very quickly.
Yeah.
And he called himself on it. He just was like, I fucked up that joke. And then he kept going. But when he made the mistake, because he made the mistake of calling, what was it? Concussion was the name of the movie.
Yeah.
He called it Emancipation.
Right.
But I think everybody knew what he was talking about. Right? Like, because immediately it was like, it hit me and I was like, it couldn't have been Emancipation because it wasn't out then. So it had to be that NFL movie.
Right.
Well, technically,
still,
it wasn't an NFL movie, but
right.
anyway.
About the NFL. But in any case, yeah. I mean, he's a professional. He's been doing it for what, all of his life.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know.